Welcome back, Truth Seeker. March 1st, 2018. Want to show you what's so interesting about today's headlines regarding Ivanka Trump and H.R. McMaster of the Trump administration. In case you haven't heard, supposedly Ivanka and Jared Kushner, her husband, being investigated for a property they have in Vancouver, British Columbia. Also, it was reported earlier today that McMaster was resigning, and then later the story became that he might leave by the end of March. And there's something really interesting about these two stories coming today, March 1st, 2018. As I'm routinely explaining and proving, all news is contrived by a code of letters and numbers, a language that's known as Gematria, which comes from Kabbalah, which is important to Freemasonry. If you're new here, I've been documenting the entire time how Donald Trump's been on the campaign trail, and there's been this coding of the number 221, which is relevant to the Bavarian Illuminati 221, which was established with 13 families. And here we are on March 1st, the date written 1/3 like 13. And what's interesting is that from H.R. McMaster's birthday to this news is 221 days. And from Ivanka's birthday to this news is a span of 122 days, which is the reflection of 221. And with regards to the Bavarian Illuminati equaling 221, consider it was established with 13 families, and in addition to the date being March 1st, notice that Ivanka Trump's 36 years old and H.R. McMaster is 55 years old. If you add their ages together, that's 91, which is the 13th triangular number, meaning if you add 1 through 13 together, it equals 91. And for another 13, Ivanka, the daughter of Trump, her name has Gematria 41, like USA. 41's the 13th prime number. Think about the 13 colonies, the 13 stripes. The Bavarian Illuminati was established May 1st, 1776, just before the American Revolution. And I should have put up here that in reduction gematria, the United States of America equals 99. Notice the Bavarian Illuminati was established on a date, May 1st, 1776, with numerology of 99. When you write out 13, sums to 99. You see how this all comes together? Notice Adam Weishaupt, who established the Bavarian Illuminati on May 1st. Adam Weishaupt, 51. The date, 5/1. You know what else is interesting about May 1st, 1776? I'll just show you this. I'm just realizing this. I never documented this before. I don't know why. Now it's obvious. 1776 was a leap year. Notice that May 1st in regular years is the 121st day of the year. That means in leap years it is the 122nd day. The Bavarian Illuminati established on the 122nd day of the year in leap years for one more 122. You know, that's what we were just talking about. But May 1st, Adam Weishaupt, 51. So is conspiracy. Conspiracy is also 123. You could say today was a span of 123 days from Ivanka's birthday. And if you read the article, they mention the number of guest rooms is 147. Conspiracy equals 147. Freemason equals 147. I'll load up the Gematria calculator. In case you're new here, in case you've never seen my work, Derek came along and built this calculator after finding my work. I used to just teach the blue method and the green method, but with the calculator, we discovered the relevance of reverse gematria. And just notice, the United States of America, 99, like we talked about in the reduction method. With regards to conspiracy, that's in this reverse ordinal method. Notice the word Freemason, also 147 in that method. The capital city, Washington, D.C., named after the 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason George Washington. The headquarters of Freemasonry for North America in Washington, D.C., the House of the Temple. But anyway, U.S. President equals 147. So does President of the United States. 147. These are our 4 base ciphers, the alphabetic order forwards and backwards, the reduction methods based on the rules of numerology. If you come here and click on a value, and then where it says view chart, it'll show you what the letter values are. Derek changed this around recently. It didn't used to look this way. I see. Huh. I don't know. Maybe Derek likes it better this way. I've never looked at it this way, so it looks a little more confusing. But just shows you how each letter is reduced using the rules of numerology. And then down here in the bold, those are the values for each letter. So I don't know. Derek added more information. Sometimes more information is nice, but it might be confusing to the eyes. I think for people who were new here, they might get confused with this. Anyway, it will show you all the chart values for the letters. And with regards to the White House, there's exactly 147 windows on that building. You can look that up. It's a fact. And the reason why they did windows is because of right here, the Gematria of 74. Masonic equals 74. Look at George Washington, 74. And there's so much more to it. You know, there's a reason Donald Trump had his convention start July 18th, 18/7, 187 days before Inauguration Day in Washington, D.C. George Washington, 187. Washington, D.C., 187. Ancient, accepted, Scottish rite of Freemasonry, 187. See? But just another documentation. Been talking about this number being coded with Trump, 221, again and again since he's been on the campaign trail. Significant number, a number we've always looked at. By the way, today's date has numerology of 42. Again, the Bavarian Illuminati, a Masonic alliance, Freemason 42. Also a Jesuit alliance, 42. So today's got the numbers. Today's most definitely got the numbers. And, you know, examples like this, everyone can prove every single day. You learn how to do the code. Just take the time. Break down the news each day. You'll see the patterns. You know, you don't even need to know what the numbers mean because you'll just see the number. You'll see the patterns and you'll start to want to figure out, you know, what the numbers mean. But first, just teach yourself to see the patterns because every day the news is like this. You know, took 5 seconds to check from their birthdays to today and go, oh, wow, I see what they've done here on March 1st, you know. I've never seen this I see everything before. I've never actually noticed that motto around that symbol. I don't know if that's something Wikipedia just did. I see everything. Notice the 235. Look at this. Think about how that I is on the dollar bill, right? Federal Reserve is 235 and 143. Notice Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. Also 143. The 143rd day of the calendar year is May 23rd, 23/5. On the Freemason logo, the compass with the G and the square, the compass is set at 47 degrees, meaning each leg's kicked out 23.5 degrees. 23.5. 235. You know, like we were just talking about. They also say the tropics of the Earth are 23.5 degrees off center, and they say the Earth is tilted 23.5 degrees off its axis. So, you know, I see everything, that motto, 235, you know, that jumps out. Also interesting, 197 is the 45th prime number, right? 45th prime. Geometry, 45. The compass that's at 47 degrees, an instrument of geometry. Let's come back to I see everything. The 73. Notice the word Mason, 73. What else is there? I see everything, 89. That's the 11th Fibonacci number, the master number. I think United States of America is 89 in septenary too. Let me check. Yeah, it is. 89 in septenary. 89 is the 11th Fibonacci number. Very special number. It's the reason the gospel is 89 chapters. Jesus equals 11 in reduction. The gospel, the story of Jesus, 89 chapters. Religion is also 89. Think about King James, has a Bible in his own name. King James 89. We were just talking about the number 45. Holy Bible, 45 forwards and backwards. King James was 45 years old the year the Bible came out in his name. 13 also has that relationship with 45. Interesting, 13 is 41 in septenary. That's the 13th prime number, you know. But yeah, the more you study this code, the more relevant you see that it is, how it's been used throughout history, how it's used in slogans. I mean, just right there, we just learned something new. I'm always learning new things by just applying this code, you know. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. It's all propaganda. These people, they created the term, you know, the motto, the world is a stage, the saying, whatever. The world is a stage, and this is how the stage is managed with this code. You heard that phrase, your number's up? That's also where this code or that motto comes from. Your number's up. That's why they're in the headlines today, these two, because of the way it all aligned. And that's the other thing you have to understand. This is a chessboard. It's been set with the right pieces, meaning the people who have the right names, the right birthdays. This is how this gang is operating. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.